Alright, so we just saw the new Power Rangers movie on Thursday night, I believe. We saw it at like 10 p.m., midnight, all the way through
midnight release.
Yeah, midnight release. Like, nowadays they don't really do midnight releases anymore. Like, it's like 7 o'clock p.m. Or something like that. Before we start the review on our thoughts on the new Power Rangers movie, I want to ask some of you guys, like, what was your experience? And before we do that, like, these are my friends since high school, middle school times. This is Joshua here, and this is Trevin here. So, we'll start with you, Josh. What was your experience with Power Rangers? Like, what shows have you watched back then and up to now?
Well, I was born in '98, so sadly I couldn't get the experience of the original Mighty Morphin. But I started at Power Rangers Turbo, and then I finally grew out of it around Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I even had my own Power Rangers. My favorite by far was Dino Thunder, dude. I even had my own birthday with the Dino Thunder theme. It was great. Takes me back, man. And this movie does it right. I'm excited.
Alright,
Great movie.
Trevin, what was your experience with Power Rangers back then?
Well, my experience with Power Rangers wasn't as much as Josh, but still, I was born in '97, so I had a little bit more time to get into it. But my brother was the one who watched it majority of the time, but every time he watched it, I was always sucked into watching it with him. I don't remember exactly the series, but every time I watched it, it was, amazing. But my favorite movie by far was Mighty Morphin. That was like the only one I actually watched constantly. Probably grew out of it also pretty quickly, but still, this new movie like brought all those childhood memories back, having with family and all that. I love this movie.
Well, with mine, I was mainly like a Time Force and Dino Thunder type of guy. Like, I remember watching those back in the day, and later on, when all of them came on Netflix, I watched Mighty Morphin just to see how it was before the new movie came out.
Like a throwback.
Yeah. So before we give our official thoughts on it, like, we saw the trailers leading up to this, and we all had pretty much the same opinion, like, somewhat. Like, we were optimistic. I was a bit skeptical, but, I wanted it to be good. So, Josh, what was your thoughts when you saw the two trailers before the movie release?
I felt like the two trailers were good. My only problem I had with them was that they showed a little bit too much. That's the problem with trailers nowadays, is that they show too much, so when you go and watch the movie, it's kind of predictable, you know what's going to happen, but that's kind of always been Power Rangers. So for me, it's kind of been like, you know what, it's okay. It's Power Rangers. It's supposed to be kind of cheesy, you know what it is, but that's what makes it Power Rangers, that's what makes it good. That's how I grew up with it,
And Trevin, what was your thoughts on the two trailers before the movie release?
The trailers probably like I thought it was gonna be another one of those movies like, oh, they're trying to remake movies just to get more money. It's gonna be crappy and all that, but like nah. So it was like in between. Like I was interested, but at the same time, I was hoping. I was just having good hopes about it, hoping it was actually a good movie. So hopefully they didn't like try and ruin it, but yeah, they did show a little bit too much, and it's obvious what's gonna be happening because it's a Power Rangers movie.
With that said, we have finally seen it. We saw it at midnight release on Thursday. Josh, what was your opinion on it?
I thought it was great. I think it did the original some justice. Are we doing spoilers?
We're gonna do spoilers. Like we'll let them know.
Okay.
And then
okay.
we'll definitely. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was great. The action scenes were good. The CGI was good. There were a couple scenes where I was like, okay, time to keep going here. But other than that, I felt like the movie was, one of a good Power Ranger movie. It did the great original Mighty Morphin justice, and I'm happy I saw it on the midnight release. It was definitely worth it.
Trevin, what was your thoughts on Power Rangers?
Probably to me, like I thought it was just gonna be like one of those. It was gonna be like start from Power Rangers. Like it's gonna introduce you to the characters, and then right away they're gonna start kicking butt and everything, save the world. But then pretty good character development within it. You learned about the struggles between each ranger having to go through to become a ranger and all the problems. But I felt like probably like focused a little bit too much on that than more of them actually like kicking butt and the classic Power Ranger, you know, motive. I felt like it was really emotional. Yeah.
Yeah, like
A lot more emotion than the others. A lot more emotion.
Yeah, I pretty much have the same opinion. Like, I thought the movie was really good. Like, it brought me back to that time when I was a Power Rangers fan, and I still am technically to this day. Like, especially after this movie, because it made me want to see more. Like, like apparently they're planning like a 6-movie arc, which I wouldn't mind seeing. If it's this good,
I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't mind seeing this many, honestly. Like you said, Trevin, there was a lot of character development, more so than I thought it would have, which I thought was fine because throughout the story, like we were so invested with all these characters, like
every time a character did something, or anytime like you saw that they were just like normal teenagers, like just going through their life, but at the same time they're just trying to part with oh shit, we gotta save the world, we gotta get ourselves together.
Yeah, that's definitely how I felt as well. And like you guys said, like it's not the most action-packed movie until like the last act of the film. So if people were expecting like a full-on action-packed movie for Power Rangers, then they might go be a little disappointed by that front. But if you do like care for characters and story and all that, like this definitely does have it. Speaking of characters, let's talk about the 5 leads of the whole movie. Josh, what did you think of the 5 leads for what was their names again? Billy, Zach, Jason. Yeah, Colors. Jason, Trini, and Kimberly. What did you think of all 5?
I thought they were all great. For new actors that I haven't seen too much of, I thought they did great. I don't really see anyone else doing it. I think it's good that they chose people that aren't huge yet, so it makes the movie a little bit more interesting. And I think they did it well. I hope to see him again in the next sequels.
Yeah. Do you have a standout from the 5?
I love the Blue Ranger, man.
Yeah,
I thought he was great.
Yeah,
because he had to do a lot of the acting, and it was really good. Because you connect to him really quickly.
Yes.
Unlike all the other ones, so I thought it was kind of cool of him.
Yeah, the main difference with this Billy compared to like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Billy is that he's autistic in this one, so it kind of added more depth to him if you think about it. Like he's not just the nerdy kid who's just smart.
There's like a mental thing that he also deals with, but it doesn't really hold him down. If anything, it helps him like become better. Yeah.
Trevin, what were your thoughts on the 5 leads in general?
I thought they were all great. I can't really imagine another cast that would just do it just as good. Like they were all pretty great. And acting, Blue Ranger. Still, I thought the Blue Ranger was the best, but still, I also like the Black Ranger. I forgot his name.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach. I loved his acting because I can connect to the troubles that he had to go through. Like, the in movie, that character just did it really good. Don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah, we'll get into spoilers like later on. We'll let the people who are watching know. Pretty much I had the same opinion as these guys. Like, I thought they all did a great job like convincing us like of their problems and how they became Power Rangers. Pretty much like it did a great setup. Like if you think about it, like the show is 20 minutes long per episode, so they just have to get to the action right away. There's not that much character development. This felt more like an extended episode in a way, which I was okay with. And like these guys said, the standout for me was obviously Billy, the Blue Ranger. Like his acting was just top notch compared to everybody else, and that's not to say everybody else wasn't great. It's just that like
Billy caught more of our attention.
Yeah, he definitely was stand out the most.
It's more focused on him, really, in my opinion.
Other than I'd say Jason, the Red Ranger, but even then, like
I still think because the Blue Ranger's what really put it together. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. What did you guys think of Bryan Cranston and Bill Hader as Zordon and Alpha 5?
That was good. I thought it was great. I didn't really have expectations coming in for them. The original Zordon was just, I don't even remember who played him, but he did it great. I don't think it's I thought it was a great actors to choose to play those roles.
Trevin?
I think the same thing. The Zordon, it was like anytime he like popped up or anytime he was gonna say something, it was gonna be like for a good reason. You know, it was gonna be for like a certain type of reason. If you watch the movie, you know that he does have a reason.
Okay, can I forgot. Okay, one thing about Zordon, I just remembered. I don't remember him being so negative. He was really negative.
Yeah, he was definitely like more emotional.
Yeah,
than
he
the
was
TV
a
show
lot
was.
more emotional. I mean, I don't know.
I think
Maybe
it
that
was-
was just me, but when I watched the original, I don't. He was always go get him, you know. And
I think it was
in
his
this
motive.
one, yeah, in this one he was a lot more, you know, realistic, which was kind of a new take on it. But I still thought it was okay. It was just different. It was just something different from the original.
Yeah. I thought it was very honorable that they casted Bryan Cranston because I don't know if you guys know this, but he voiced monsters for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back then. That was one of his first acting roles,
Wow,
and
I didn't
that's
know
the
that.
reason why the Blue Ranger in the original show and this one, Billy Cranston, is named after Bryan Cranston. So that's why
Damn, I
they
didn't even know that. That's
Cool.
So
I
it's-
did not know
it's
that.
fun facts, and that's why they casted Bryan Cranston as Zordon because they wanted to pay tribute to what he did back then.
And
And
feels.
and Bill Hader as Alpha 5, like, I feel like he has that perfect voice to like just give something annoying, but because if you think about it, in the show, Alpha 5 was pretty annoying in
I
Mighty Morphin.
still loved it.
I loved
I
it,
thought it was
but
great.
it was definitely annoying. It was definitely an annoying thing that just grated my head sometimes, but it was still funny nonetheless. I think the last cast member we have to talk about is Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa, the main villain. What did you think of Rita Repulsa's take
she
on
was
this?
great. There's nothing wrong with her. She's always been a great actress. So I've never. I mean, she was perfect for the role in the first place.
Yeah.
I thought. I honestly couldn't have thought of anyone better during leading up to the movie. It was great.
Like, anytime she was on screen, you knew something was going down.
Yeah.
Like it was like really packed in.
Mm-hmm.
Trevin?
Oh, and like, honestly, like like I said, can't imagine a better actress to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like she nailed all her parts. All her on screen like moments were all on point. Like every time was perfect almost basically.
Yeah, I definitely thought she did well too for what she did. Maybe a little too over the top at times, but I feel like that's what she's supposed to portray. Like Rita has always been over the top in the show. Like like all the freaking time.
all knowing, all powerful, and all that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I think she did really well for that role too. And that's pretty much it for the cast. Like, that's all the main cast we have to talk about, really. Like, there wasn't really anybody else that was really memorable compared to, like, those 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just wanted to focus on them because they were the focus of the story. Speaking of story, Josh, what did you think of the story and character development compared to, like, let's say we compare it to other TV show reboots like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Scooby-Doo, and all that. Like, how would you compare it to, like, the TV to movie adaptations compared to those?
I thought it was alright. Honestly, it's a lot different. If you've never seen Power Rangers before on TV or the original movies, it's very different. They kind of take everything from the original movies and make it more modernized. There's a lot more modern things in here that you see with teenagers. It's not as simple, and they make it more dramatic. But I guess that's what comes with movies nowadays. Got to make everything a little bit more dramatic. Can't make everything 90s with the ooze.
Yeah.
90s.
how
90s kids
would
will know.
How would you compare it to the Ninja Turtle reboots that came out this decade too?
I like the new Teenage Ninja Turtle reboots. I know a lot of people don't, but I never had a problem with them. I still love Power Rangers more. I was a Power Rangers kid, but I just thought it made a lot of sense. You know, I thought it worked well. They kind of did the same thing as TMNT, so I mean, I liked it. I thought it was great compared to all the other ones.
And I know you're also a big Transformers guy
Oh
too.
yeah, Oh,
Like
yeah.
this guy's a big Transformers fan here.
Even though everyone hates it.
Yeah, I mean,
Comment
I know.
section on the new movie Steerface, bro.
I know, like
It's terrible.
opinions are opinions. Like
It's not gonna stop you from saying it.
Oh hell no, dude!
I know. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
see
go
it
love
too.
this. I'm gonna go watch giant robots beat the shit out of each other. I mean, I don't care. Exactly, dude. I have no problem. No problem with that.
Trevin, how do you like the story and character development?
Like, for someone who's never really seen Power Rangers movies, like, I still felt involved. Like, I still, like, you knew what was happening. The story, like, caught me in. I was, like, I knew everything, because, it's a Power Rangers movie. Everything was gonna end up being okay. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I feel like something's gonna happen, but no, they always find a way. But the story compared to the other movies like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all that, I never saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I didn't want to go out and use the time to go watch those, but I did want to use the time to go watch Power Rangers, even though I did watch more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was younger than I did Power Rangers. But that's still, I wanted to go see Power Rangers more than the other movies.
What made you not want to see the Ninja Turtle reboots by any chance?
I don't know. It just didn't like grab me into it. Like I didn't really feel like it was gonna be as good as the others. Even the animated movies and all that. Like the one with the monster. I keep forgetting which one it was.
I like the animated one.
Yeah, the
one with
animated
the cartoon
ones.
network
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I love that. But just something about that movie, I can't really explain why, which is probably why it's bad for me to review it on it. But I just felt like it wasn't gonna be as good. But Power Rangers movie, I was not disappointed. I was not disappointed at all.
Yeah, I pretty much am in agreement with these guys. Like the story is definitely like something. It was actually kind of surprising because they had a lot of depth in it, and like I never really expected that. I kind of expected a little more like an action, like turn off your brain type of thing. But no, there's real character here.
A lot different than
And when there is action, it's good action.
It's good. Like
It's good
in the
action.
third act, like when we'll talk more about the third act in spoilers, but yeah, it's definitely good action when they do have action. If I were to personally compare this to the Ninja Turtle reboots, I honestly like it a little bit more better than the Ninja Turtle reboots because as much as I also don't hate the Ninja Turtle reboots as well, I feel like they don't have as much character compared to them, compared to the new Power Rangers movie. Is there anything you guys want to add before we jump into spoilers here? Like,
I'm pretty.
and come back to see our spoilers discussion. All right, we have to talk about the intro where it was revealed Zordon was the Red Ranger and Rita was actually the Green Ranger. How did you guys feel about that origin?
That was different.
Oh yeah.
I never thought of it that way before. I don't think they didn't do that in the original, did
No,
they?
I don't think
they
so.
didn't. Yeah. I think it was a pretty good take on it. I wasn't expecting it. They don't show any of that in the commercials, so I was kind of like, okay, all right, I could live with this. This isn't that bad. It makes sense too.
Yeah,
to think of him as the first Red Ranger.
And why it means so much to him.
Yeah, exactly. So this is I thought they took a really good thing, taking that risk there, because that's a big jump to guess what he was supposed to be.
Yeah, Trevin?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, it completely caught me off guard. Like, I thought we were gonna get right into the scene where like it's them in the town and everything, but opening scene where they're like crawling on the where he's crawling on the floor and all that, like badly hurt and everything. I'm like, oh, is this like the people or the like a normal person? But then you see he goes up to that, I forgot, that other ranger, but she's like doesn't have her armor on. I'm like, oh, what?
This is different.
This is different. This is what is
right?
this?
Super
then,
different.
And then it reveals that it was him the whole time. Like he was the Red Ranger. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Why he cares so much about the Power Rangers in general? Why he like had so much faith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising to see that, honestly. Like, I just heard rumors about it. Like, I didn't think it was real. But when they revealed it in the movie, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
damn. That was actually true. Yeah, I don't remember at all seeing that in Mighty Morphin when I watched it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't remember Zordon being like a Red Ranger or
Well,
something
we
like
have
that.
to remember the originals were really basic.
They
Like
were
there
pretty
was
basic.
no depth to them, but you know that as kids,
Good-
that's what made it exciting.
Yeah.
You just get right into the fun stuff.
Good
you know, there
guys,
was nothing,
awesome power
Yeah,
suits,
there was
fighting.
nothing. There was nothing. You don't need depth at that age, dude. It was all about just
90s was
kicking
basic, but
butts
great,
and
yeah.
and oh man, it was great.
And there's
But,
nothing wrong with
this was
that.
a lot. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with liking stuff like that still. Like if you like stuff like that, then that's completely your opinion and we respect that. Because you know Josh is a Transformers fan here.
My favorite movie is Pacific Rim, man. That's just
Oh,
a
yeah,
bunch
Pacific
of robots
Rim.
fighting.
I know.
Yeah,
aliens,
Pacific Rim
dude.
is like
I love that
Wars.
movie.
It's a great movie. That's a Power Rangers movie that is not a Power Rangers movie, honestly.
Exactly.
Star
Like, it was
Wars, you can
great.
hate on the prequels, but I don't care.
Mm.
The prequels great.
There you go. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you like that type of thing, it's completely fine.
It's opinion.
All right, now we gotta talk about the marketing of Krispy Kreme in this damn
No,
movie.
that was great.
Oh
That
my
was
god.
amazing.
The
key
honestly,
to
I
the-
think that
Oh my God.
was great. That's perfect.
The life source of the earth. Where is it? Krispy Kreme.
Right fucking underneath
Krispy
the Krispy
Kreme.
Kreme. Couldn't have been
Krispy
any
Kreme.
better.
It's surprising though, like to see that because it actually put into the story. Like, there's actually a point as to why
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme is in this movie.
Dude.
I was wondering that, like, they really
I
focused
want
on
to know how
Krispy
much
Kreme a
money
good part.
Krispy Kreme put into this movie.
I know because they have Power Ranger donuts, so I'm just like,
Oh
okay.
yeah. Oh
I
my
still haven't
God.
tried those yet.
Those look good.
The
I
Power Rangers donuts.
haven't been to Krispy Kreme in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Sadly. Sadly.
Yeah, sadly.
But still.
What else do we got? Oh yeah. Did anyone else freak out when the 20-second theme song played
Obviously.
during this?
Dude,
Oh my
God.
God.
Oh my God. My
That-
inner like
the
10-year-old
chills. The
My inner
chills.
10-year-old just freaked out, man. It was great. I mean, you all saw it coming, but you know, you get so into the movie that you forget about the stuff you knew was coming, and it's like, oh yes.
And so
dude,
when it
thank
hits you, it all comes.
Thank
All the
you.
childhood
Exactly.
comes out.
Perfect
Yeah.
timing too, by the way. Perfect timing for the song. There could not have been a better timing, honestly.
Like
Yeah.
I love music in movies, and if movies can play the music off so great, chills and
Exactly.
everything,
Exactly.
and that made it perfect.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I was literally banging on my seat, just like,
Yeah,
Yes.
going with it.
Yeah.
I love this shit so much.
It's like shit's
And-
gonna get
and
real.
keep in mind, this wasn't a remix. This is actually from the original, Mighty
original song.
Morphin
Yep, I can-
movie.
Obviously.
True fans, we can tell that.
Yeah, like
True
I
fans
know,
can
I
hear
saw
that.
a lot of reviews. This is not to shout on our reviewers, but I'm just saying like they thought it was a remix.
No, it's not.
It was completely not a remix. We remember that
Look it
shit.
up.
Also,
yeah, look
really,
it up.
really after that scene, they showed the original Green and Pink Ranger.
They did. They
And,
had cameos.
See, I
I
had to be
missed that.
explained that because,
missed
like I
that,
said, I
yeah.
didn't grow up with it. But once I realized it, I'm like, whoa, damn cameos, dude.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was great.
Like I heard rumors that they were, they were probably gonna be in the movie, but I missed it. I felt so bad. I was so into the movie that I didn't even look at the crowd. I just saw.
I heard my friend next to me, Brian. I heard
Yeah.
him next to me, like, I'm
I
like,
was
what?
like, what?
He told me, I'm like, oh
Yeah,
god,
I missed
I
it,
missed that.
no.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was next to our friends Diego and Frankie, and they did not understand why I gasped. I was like, "It's them."
I missed
Yeah.
it, man. I gotta go watch it again.
I would
just
pay-
for that one scene.
I would
gotta go
pay
back and
money to watch
it
it again.
again.
But true fans, you will not miss them.
Oh,
you
yeah.
will
You
not
will
miss
not
them.
I
miss
was
that
just
at all.
You will
so
not.
caught
the
by
only
the movie.
thing I wished is they had more cameos, like the whole team, like from
Yeah.
the only sad
Well,
part.
who knows where they are now?
Yeah, like,
I mean,
the
honestly.
only-
And
Yeah.
they got 6 more movies to go through. Wonder what they're
And
gonna do.
there was a lot. You have to think of all the past Power Rangers before this too.
Mm-hmm.
You could have put in anyone, but
And
yeah.
only certain people
yeah,
will know.
this is
Mhm.
tribute to only Mighty Morphin, so
yeah,
that's
exactly.
why. We also have to talk about the end credit scene where Tommy
Green
Oliver
Ranger,
is.
bro.
That was like,
they leave you hanging.
yeah, that was a
man.
bullshit
They
scene, but
leave
not
you hanging.
in a bad way.
No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
They did it right. I'm kind of happy they didn't, because if they had shown someone and then changed the actor, then there would have been a problem. That's not okay. I hate
Yeah,
it.
that-
I hate it when movies do that.
Exactly.
I like it. I hope the Green Ranger's good though.
Yeah.
I hope they choose someone right, because
Which is
I like the
probably
white
why
and
they
Green
didn't
Ranger
show him.
in the original.
Exactly.
I thought he was a great actor.
Especially
Yeah.
when they didn't show him, like, they're gonna have to take time to pick the perfect actor to
Mhm.
match with
Mhm.
everybody else.
Green Ranger's my favorite too, by the way.
Yeah.
Gotta put that out there.
He,
Love
and,
the Green
and then
Ranger, man.
I believe he turns into the white.
Yep, he
Ranger?
turns into
Yeah.
white. I don't know. Green all the
Yeah.
way, bro.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Well, we already covered like on Billy being autistic and all that. Like,
Oh, wait, was he really autistic?
Yeah, that's what they confirmed.
They never
'Cause it's
say that directly in the movie,
but the director.
but it's kind of
and all
implied
that
the way he
confirmed it.
talks.
Mhm.
Like it's kind of you know, you kind of have to just put two and two together.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I knew there was something like not badly, but like something mentally
Something
wrong
was
with
off.
him. Yeah,
Which
something
is-
was
it's
off.
okay. There was nothing wrong with it.
Like yeah, I know I have an autistic brother, so I can speak like I know how it's like to see someone who's autistic. But he seemed like he didn't seem autistic, but he did seem like there was something like a little off, but it wasn't in a bad way. Like everything was really specific with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he like sometimes he'll really explain something out. Like he was like I don't even know the word for it, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I still love the actor. Like he played that like great, but still.
And also, we learned that the Yellow Ranger Trini is lesbian.
Kinda.
Well, they kind of
didn't
they
even know
kind
that.
of
Implied.
hint, they kind of hint it in the movie.
And then she kind of just blew it off at
Yeah.
the time. But yeah, that was implied.
Yeah,
I hope she's not.
I read.
No offense to lesbians. She's
Just because of the
pretty
fact
cute.
that she's,
Yeah,
Sorry.
she's
Becky G's really cute.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
because
gonna be honest.
like if she is, that's completely cool. But just the fact, like, oh, she's just so beautiful. She's just so amazing.
I know,
I'm like,
exactly.
Yeah.
damn. And your girl's gonna be lucky.
I
Your girl's
know.
be lucky. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, like they said that I read up an interesting fact like on Wikipedia and all that. Like apparently this is the first superhero movie to have autistic and LGBT like characters.
Damn.
So it's interesting to hear about that, like how Power Rangers movie's the first one to do that.
I didn't even know that. That works.
Okay, can I rewind here?
Yeah.
Just maybe not really a spoiler, but I forgot about this. Was there a kiss scene in the commercial between
Yes.
Red and Pink Ranger?
They cut it out because
They cut it out.
They cut
Okay.
it out.
Yeah, I saw that in one of the commercials. I was like, that's different. And then I go into the movie and I don't see it, and
That
I
scene.
just remembered right now, like, it was never in the movie. I never saw it. I mean, it's probably a good thing that they cut it out. I like the romantic tension, but in the original, they were never.
No, they were
never
never
ended up
romantic
together. It was kind of
interest.
just an interest, but it never
Yeah. It
never took
bloomed.
hold.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, I'm happy they cut it out, but at the same time, that's why I'm not a huge fan of commercials anymore. But
Yeah.
they still get me hyped. So.
Yeah. What else is there to mention? Like
Blue
there's-
Ranger death.
Oh yeah, that got me
Blue Ranger
right
death.
there.
That was probably why he was the most significant character, was because when he died, we were all kind of like, oh shit, didn't know this was gonna happen. They've never done something like this
Yeah,
before. This is
especially-
weird. But I mean, you know, average Power Rangers movie for me. I you know, he's coming back. You see
Yeah.
him. The commercial. If you saw any of the commercials, you knew. Okay, yeah. You
only
haven't seen
question
that
is
scene
how.
yet. He's coming back.
Only
Yeah, the
was
question.
how.
That's,
Like
that's how
after
they
it
did
happens, you're like, how are they going to fix this?
I think they did it. I think they did it pretty well.
They did
I
it
think they
well.
brought him back really well. The way
Yeah.
Zordon sacrifices his
Freedom.
freedom for the group to be happy, because he saw the emotion and the problems it gave to the team, and they couldn't have been really together unless a Blue Ranger had been back with them.
And the thing that
So.
I don't think we actually went over the motive for Zordon and
Oh,
why he wanted to get
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's what makes the scene more significant, because the
Another
reason
weird
why
thing about Zordon.
Yeah.
he wanted the Rangers to become Rangers, or
Yeah, so he could lead them and
yeah.
become the Red Ranger again.
Exactly.
But it's like, that's weird.
So when he
Yeah.
had his
Different
chance to
motive.
like come back and lead the team, he instead decided to revive the Blue Ranger instead of having his freedom. So that's what made that scene more like more impactful. Like wow,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like damn, he has hope now.
Mhm.
He has hope.
We didn't discuss this a lot in the non-spoiler section, but I want to bring it up now. Goldar, the giant gold
I
monster.
I liked him better in the original.
Yeah, because in the original he was like a monkey.
He was actually like a monster.
Yeah.
You know, and he talked, and he was kind of funny because he was that monster that was all cocky and shit. But when he went up, he got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked about him. But now he's kind of just this giant serious thing, and then he even got Rita went in him, which was kind of weird. I mean, I like the detail.
Yeah.
I love the detail on Goldar, but I really wish he could have been like an actual character. Hopefully, in the second movie, he'll come back as
Probably more powerful. Or more
yeah,
bigger.
or a face, something. You know,
Yeah.
he's talking. I like the cockiness that Goldar brought in the original
Yeah.
movie/series.
That scene also reminds me now. That scene when they were all about to get pushed down into the pit, that lava pit,
Mhm.
and they all morphed
Into the Megazord.
into the Megazord. I'm like, whoa! But you know, I was
Yeah.
hoping to see that face. I forgot I think it was
The dinosaur face?
No, well, I'm trying to remember what it was, but wasn't it Zordon's face on the Megazord or whatever?
It was
So it was someone's face,
A Rex
though.
face, T-Rex face, some shit like that.
No, it was like a normal head. Are you talking about the head or the chest?
No, the head.
The head, it was like a normal, different head.
Yeah.
It like came out once they all came together. The head was like the last thing to come up, and that's when you knew shit was about to go down. But
Yeah.
what I missed was I was kind of hoping they'd all be in the same room.
Oh
they
yeah,
were in
like the
originals.
originals.
But
They're
yeah,
all
in
like
this
separate.
one, they were all in separate areas, which was okay. They were close,
Yeah.
and they could talk. But I liked how they were all in one room before. But
Like
it's all right.
Like
you know.
the Blue Rangers on the left leg and the Black Rangers on the right leg, and you know all that. They were all separated, but still it made it work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
works.
for the next one, I'm hoping I want to see it transform more. They kind of when they did it in the fire pit, you didn't see as much.
You just saw the complete
Yeah, and
thing come up
remember
from the
you
fire.
remember in the original movie or your series, you saw literally everything come together.
You saw the
you saw
arms,
everything.
you saw the
like
body
yeah, and I want to
morphing
see
and
that.
all
I
that.
want to see that in the next movie. You know, because you know the thing that freaked me out. I saw the toy. I was like, what is this armor looking shit? Like, how does this even made? Like, I want to see that be made. You know, like, because you know, if Transformers could transform, and you show all that detail, I want to see it on the Megazord.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the thing for me.
Yeah, did it look transforming to you, the Megazord a bit?
It
did a
looks
bit.
more like what's that other show that has the giant robot?
Voltron?
Voltron.
Yeah.
It looks more like a Voltron than a
Voltron still
Megazord.
has a head, but it's
Yeah,
just,
I'm hoping maybe you know how things change. You know, Optimus Prime
Yeah.
changed like every fucking movie, but
yeah, and
but I hope they can maybe upgrade it a little, make it a little bit different. And I thought the Zords looked kind of funky. Some
Like-
had like
one
six legs.
The Black
Yeah,
Rangers
the Mastodon had like six
legs.
legs, which was kind of odd. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be a little bit futuristic, but
yeah.
I
But-
like the original looking stuff. But you know, stuff has to modernize. Things have to change. So I understand. It didn't make me angry. It was just different.
Yeah,
It was different. A good different.
Yeah.
like I said, we grew up '90s watching the classics.
Yeah,
It's
so
just
this
different,
is-
but wasn't
this
that
is
different.
different.
It
but
wasn't
yeah.
bad. Right.
A good take on it.
Yeah, I know people were very critical about that, and you know, but this isn't the '90s anymore. This is
Mhm.
the 2010s
Yeah,
we're in
things
right now.
change.
Things do
Yeah.
change, and it could change for the better. It could change for the worse. I think they personally did it the better way because you know,
Great change.
because it's not a bad change when you get over it. Honestly.
Oh yeah, no.
If they had made a straight up reboot, it would have been weird.
Yeah.
Like straight, like if they had just taken
Just
the one from the
spandex?
original movie and just made it
Like
here,
a remastered, basically.
Oh, it would have been so weird.
Yeah.
Just basically a
It would not.
remaster.
It would have been so odd, like with all the CGI and stuff. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Really great.
We actually didn't touch upon that. The suits, the new suits. What did you guys think?
Oh, I
of
thought
the
I
new
love
suits?
the look.
Yeah.
I thought they were great.
They were
And
great.
then the original, I the first time I saw them, I was like, I was a little skeptical. But once you see them up close in the movie, oh man, it would be so awesome to have one of these.
I know, right?
Because it actually looked like protective armor instead of just
Spandex.
yeah, spandex. There you go.
More shiny also.
Yeah, exactly. I liked it. I thought it was really cool if they actually have a Halloween.
They
costume.
also in this movie, not in the TV show, they have the head can go up and they can see their real head.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think honestly, gonna be honest here, I think they just did that so the actors could get paid more. But
Yeah.
because that's usually how it works. The more FaceTime you have, the more
Yeah.
money you get. That's why they do that. But that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. I like the head closed.
Yeah.
That's because that's how Power Rangers is supposed to be. You're not supposed to see their face at all.
Yeah.
When they're in their suit. But
Secret identity.
yeah, but it's okay. You know, I'm not gonna bitch and moan about it. It was still good.
Yeah.
It was all right. I'll live.
And
It's
then
not like it did it all the time. Also,
Mhm.
it was
It was
just
just
like
in the
literally
end,
a few
you
seconds
know?
of screen time. That's it.
Yeah.
I bet you
doing
those
that.
things might have been stuffy too. So.
Yeah. And then there was also the one fight scene on the desert top, like with the putties and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
wish
pretty
we.
cool.
It
We
was
saw
cool.
that in the commercial.
Yeah, it was in the commercial. I wish we got more fight scenes like that, or then.
Oh,
we did-
next movie I feel
Yeah,
like we'll
next
have
movie
more.
we will get a lot more, and
Okay.
Now that they already introduced the characters,
Mhm.
and
this,
get more
this
of
is
the fight
this
scenes
is
and
the
action.
origin story. We gotta get through their origins first. Then we have a little bit of that action in there in the third act, and then in
A
the
little
sequel.
taste, make you come back for more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
which
Definitely.
worked. I will see it
There
again.
was another fight scene though with Rita when they weren't in the suits. Like,
Oh yeah, but that was short lived.
Yeah.
that was really.
Like, you knew
short-lived.
that wasn't gonna.
Yeah,
go
that
well.
wasn't
Yeah.
gonna happen.
that was never going anywhere.
Yeah.
They had too much hope for themselves at that
No,
moment.
like when they first got into the platform, when they first morphed into their suits, I was like, ooh,
Oh,
when
yeah,
they
the hype.
walked out.
Oh my god. That scene when they all started morphing,
Mm-hmm.
that was just great. That was just like the chills, like, you know, it's going down.
Yeah.
This is for real now. This is going
Honestly,
down.
when they're morphing, that could have been the only other time I would have accepted the original Power Rangers song. Because I liked that point, and when we actually got it was when all the Zords were walking out or running out. That would have been the only point where I'd have been like, okay, where's the song? You know.
Yeah.
But I'm happy they waited until the Zords. The Zords it was a much better idea.
Yeah, like I still think about that theme song to this day. Like,
Oh yeah,
the
man.
Zords.
Oh,
when
that,
they
I'm
go out.
definitely gonna see this again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would pay to watch this again.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again either. Do you guys remember any funny moments during the film? I remember laughing a couple of times.
The bully scene.
Oh yeah, when he
Oh, yeah,
tried
that
to
was
headbutt
great.
the bully.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh no, bitch slapped him.
Oh, yeah.
When
Oh,
Jason
yeah.
bitch slapped
Oh
him.
god, I saw that coming from a mile away when fucking Rita was jumping up to attack and they just
From inside the door.
Yeah, inside the
You
door.
just see the
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
going.
She goes, she's gone.
We're
They just-
blasting off again.
Yeah, that was-
basically,
that
they
was
were just
hilarious.
gone,
That was
dude.
great.
That was. Oh my.
It's like,
Yeah, it's had some pretty.
And the
good-
Blue Ranger was
pretty
like,
good
"Oh,
humor.
Yeah.
only me and him know. We know what's happening. We know.
Yeah,
we get that. We get that."
Yeah, that was good.
there's a lot of great moments in this movie.
And the paper, at the
Oh,
end,
yeah.
when you just threw the paper and just knocked the bully down.
Oh yeah,
That was a little quick
funny.
thing.
But the thing about the bully is that I remember in the original show there was two bullies,
Yes.
Bulk and Skull. They
Oh,
weren't in it.
Yes. What was his name in this one? Was it one
I
of
don't
them?
remember the name.
I
No,
don't
it wasn't.
either.
It wasn't. I don't think it was one of their names either.
Ah, that sucks.
I think.
I like them too. I thought they were
Yeah.
pretty funny. in
I think the
original.
substitute
remember
for
them.
the two I believe were the cheerleader girls, but at the same time like that's not really a substitute per se.
Yeah, they weren't in the movie that much either.
Yeah.
They were in the movie for maybe 2 scenes.
And they only
Yeah.
focused on the Pink Ranger.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
They
like it
didn't
was a
focus on
whole
all
like
of them.
majority like of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anything else to add? Like, did we pretty much got everything?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think we pretty much got everything. So
Would recommend. This
yes,
movie.
we would definitely recommend you guys go out and see it. And it's
Oh, yeah.
the sad part is that it actually got second place this weekend because Beauty and the Beast won again.
God damn, people.
Yeah,
Now
of
that
course.
is a movie that
Of course.
like yeah, I'm not
I like
actually.
Beauty
I'm not
and the
even
Beast.
surprised.
Disney.
I like Beauty and the Beast. Don't get me wrong, but it's just that I don't want a remake to win over something I want a new franchise over.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like honestly, because
They're
you
both
know,
remakes, except this one's gonna become something.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast. There's no Beauty and the Beast 2.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Like the apparently like like I think it made like what 50 million this weekend Power Rangers and just here we don't know overseas yet, but it apparently like it's a budget's 100 million, so it could flop if it doesn't make enough money overseas too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really hope it does.
I have a
hope
good
it
feeling,
doesn't.
especially in like other like a lot of other countries. Like imagine Japan and all that.
They could enjoy this a lot too,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
since it was technically Power Rangers stole a lot of stock footage from like this
It was
Japanese show.
literally what they did. I learned what they did was that they took the original footage from the fight scenes from the original and just put it in the new show, but then they put in scenes with the new characters.
Yeah.
So they had separated out, which I was like, oh shit, I never knew that
Yeah.
before.
Mhm.
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and also the reviews have been out, and I think it has like what a 45% Rotten Tomatoes, and like
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
but the audience scores higher. Like
Yeah, obviously.
audience score-
I mean, the
It-
movie was really
critics-
cheesy at
critics
times.
will
But that's
be
because it was
critics.
Power Rangers. You know, Power Rangers are
I just
supposed
think
to
what
be a
would-
little cheesy.
What were you gonna expect from like the kids superhero movie where always the good guys will win no matter what? What were you gonna
exactly.
expect?
Exactly.
Just a little bit more drama.
Yeah,
in
the last
this
time I
one.
checked, it was around that, and like the audience score is at a 82 fresh. So
Yeah.
like
That makes
and
sense.
I think there's another website that had audience that gave audience tallies.
Mm.
They gave it an A
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we're good then.
See?
So there is an audience. There's a huge audience for this. It's just that we need more people to see it if we want more. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like many people are turned off by it because
It's a remake.
Yeah.
People
Exactly.
think of it as a remake instead of something that could be new. You
See,
know?
I'm somewhat that same way. Like, if you're gonna remake a classic movie, like, you gotta make it do good. You gotta make it work
Mhm.
or
Right.
better. Like, it
went
does, I don't
great.
care. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is one of those movies. Like, this, like all the other movies that have been out that have been remade from the classics. Majority of them, I would not watch again.
Mhm.
But Power Rangers, I would pay to watch again.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Exactly. And I hope this makes a lot more money than it
Yeah.
should.
Oh
get.
yeah. One more
Um,
series. One
yeah.
more
The
movies.
sad part is that there's gonna be a lot more movies coming out, and like it's gonna get forgotten eventually.
No, I'm not.
We're not.
I'm not
forget.
gonna forget.
We're not gonna
They can
forget.
making Power Rangers movies when I'm 50, and I'm gonna take me and my kids to go see Power
Yeah.
Rangers.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I don't care. I will never forget Power Rangers. Will it go away sometimes? But yeah, it happens. But then when you grow up with it, you eventually grow out of it. You know, they pull out new ones like every year, and it's kind of like, okay, let's slow down. I know everyone loves it, but come on, we got to make it special again. You know, like the originals.
You
the-
can't just
the
keep
meaning.
milking it.
Yeah,
You just can't
exactly.
milk it.
That's why I stopped watching, because it was kind of like, okay, you keep coming out with this new stuff that's like, why? I mean, it doesn't even make sense anymore. New themes, it's like it's the same shit, different people. So
Yeah, different people, different areas.
yeah, that's why I want new, fresh stuff. You know that takes a while to come out, so it's special. It's something new.
Exactly. They actually take time to work on it.
Exactly.
Not,
Yeah.
Not rush.
Yeah. Pretty much our thoughts is just to go see it, guys. Like,
Please,
please, I want to see
one.
more. I do want to see more
Exactly.
for some reason, and yeah, I just want to see more. Like
Mhm.
that's all. I think that's it for our review, non-spoiler and spoiler discussion for this movie. Thank you guys for taking your time to come here and shoot this
Yeah.
review.
Welcome.
We have to give a few shout outs. First off is to Brian, who I was originally also going to have with all three of us
Brian would
here.
have been
Couldn't
good.
be here today.
He's also a huge Power Rangers fan like we are, and he couldn't be here sadly.
He was one of the ones that spotted the cameos with Sean. He was the one who spotted them right
Mhm.
away. And me and
He's a
Josh were just there
yeah.
like, what happened?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a huge fan like us, so shout out to him, and also shout out to our other friends like our friend Talix.
Go shout out Talix.
Yeah,
bro.
we
Go
discussed-
sub Talix.
We discussed this yesterday, and we thought it would be a great idea to give our buddy some
CS:GO
love.
gameplay right here.
Yeah.
Be Frosty.
Go subscribe to him at youtube.com/Talix, and he uploads a lot of great funny videos on CS:GO
Very rare
H1Z1.
though.
It's rare, like he has a lot of things to do too, but you know.
We're all in it.
We're great.
Yeah, we're all in it, and it's
Yeah.
great. It's great stuff, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, Josh, and thank you,
Yeah.
Trevin, for giving
Thank
your
you
thoughts.
for having us, Sean.
Mhm.
You can find me at youtube.com/one-take-podcast channel. That's your first time hearing about it, you guys. Because I did this channel since last year for an English project, but I decided to keep going with it.
Keep going.
So yeah, I'll try and get this edited and try to get this as soon as possible to you guys. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out, guys.
See
Go
ya.
see Power Rangers.